Wednesday night's installment of the American League Championship Series was a compelling game that featured drama from beginning to end. So it's easy to overlook the fact that it took 4 hours and 33 minutes before the Boston Red Sox finished off the Houston Astros, the second longest 9-inning postseason game in MLB history. But what's more frustrating is that the game didn't end until after 1 a.m. Eastern Time, in Boston, or midnight in Houston. Those empty seats visible in the final innings at Minute Maid Park weren't vacated by bad fans, just real people with real jobs. And if you think it's just Red Sox and Astros fans losing sleep, how about Tigers fans living vicariously through ex-Tigers stars Justin Verlander and J.D. Martinez? Enjoying baseball shouldn't require 3 cups of coffee to get started at work the next day. I'm well aware that millions of people live on the West Coast, and setting a game time that accommodates fans from coast to coast is a challenge. But when playoff games are averaging about 4 hours, starting a game at 8:39 p.m. Eastern Time seems increasingly misguided. These complaints aren't news, nor are they unique to baseball. Fans have complained for years, probably decades, about postseason events that end well after kids' bedtime and cause adults to survive on only a few hours of sleep for their next day of work. MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred has said the issue isn't taken lightly. In consultation with the league's TV partners, game times are set in an effort to maximize audience. With 3 hours separating millions of people on the East and West Coasts, not everyone is going to be satisfied. I understand that, but given that the length of playoff games shows no sign of decreasing, and, in fact, will probably continue to increase as teams use more and more relievers, can't we make some small concessions? For one, how about never starting a game after 8 p.m. Eastern Time? Years ago, I could understand the objection to a 5 p.m. start time on the West Coast. But today, when games are lasting 4 hours, we should acknowledge the trade-off. Either Los Angeles fans miss the first inning or two because they're stuck in traffic, or folks in Boston and New York and Detroit miss the final innings because they've fallen asleep on the couch. For those of us who have had to fight to stay awake several times already this postseason, the first option seems far preferable. Or maybe that's just my East Coast bias showing. MLB recently relived Game 7 of the 1968 World Series between the Tigers and St. Louis Cardinals. Game started at 1 p.m. Central Time in St. Louis, 2 p.m. in Detroit. The game lasted 2 hours and 7 minutes. When it was over, most Americans with traditional 9-to-5 jobs hadn't left work. The days of afternoon World Series games are long gone, and so are the days of 2-hour games. But that doesn't mean we have to resign ourselves to a schedule that ensures that some of the sport's most dramatic moments will occur in the wee hours of the morning, when many regular people are asleep, or fighting to stay awake. Game times of League Championship Series in 2018: ALCS, 4:03, 3:45, 3:52, 4:33, NLCS, 4:02, 3:32, 3:25, 5:15 *, 3:35 * extra innings.